Hi, this is Miss Pam, and I'm from Connors Elementary School, the after-school program. Today we're going to make some leaf art. So we're going to collect leaves, and then we're going to make a drawing, a picture out of leaves, okay? So first we're going to take a plastic bag, open it up, and put it down on our space so that we don't get glue and things all over, okay? We're going to take a walk first. Look for leaves in parks and streets. I picked up mostly mine on the street. Okay, make sure they don't have any holes or cracks in them. Okay, do remember to pick up tiny leaves. You'll need them for eyes, nose, beaks, feet. Think of picking up all different kinds of colors so they contrast. If you had all green colors, would you get an eye or a feet that would stand out? Would you see mostly green? Do pick up all sizes of leaves and kinds of leaves. Make sure some are big, some are small. Okay. Pick up at least 2 stems. These can be on a leaf or off the leaf, but we'll use one of the stems in our picture. Notice all the different shapes and sizes, like round, heart-shaped, long and narrow, needle, saw edge, oval, and rounded or pointed lobes. Look at this one. We're not using this one, but I did make a couple of these. Okay. All right. How do you get them so they don't crack and break? Well, when you get home, there are 2 options for that. One is I'm sending you in your packets, I'm sending you these directions on how to preserve the leaves before you get started, okay? Other way of doing it is doing it the way I'm going to suggest. But either one it works, okay? So take your leaves, soak them in warm water for a few minutes. Blot them dry with 2 pieces of paper towel. Make sure they're kind of dry, but don't push too hard. Place the leaves on newspaper or other paper in between, so you're sandwiching in between, and they don't touch each other. Then you're going to put newspaper around them, and you're going to put a book on top and leave them for a week. So you can go back and look at the video afterwards. So then you're going to have dry leaves. So let's get started making our parrot, and this is what we're making today. Okay? All right. So materials you're going to need for the preparing the leaves, bowl of water, towel, a few pieces of paper towel, newspaper, and something heavy like a book to put on top of it. Let's make our parrot. All right, so in your packet, you're going to have a piece of white cardstock. You're going to have a picture of Miss Pam's parrot, and you're going to have a piece of cardstock. So that way you can do your painting. Glue, scissors, heavy-duty plastic wrap. It's optional. That's how we're going to frame it. And a plastic bag. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at Miss Pam's parrot, and we're going to see what things are under other things. So what leaves do you have to put down first in order to make this work? So the first leaf I want you to do, and you can use my same pattern if you want to and just make the same shapes, the same sizes. First thing I want you to look at is this tan piece right here, the belly, okay, is underneath this leaf right here. The neck up here is underneath, but on top of this one. So it's underneath this belly, and it's on this back one, it's on top. So let's get started. We're going to do this in 3 sections. We're going to do all down here in these feathers, and then we're going to do the head, and then we're going to do these leaves over here. Okay? So first thing I want you to do is, and you can cut your leaves anytime. You don't have to keep them the same. I cut some on these, as you can see. So the first thing I want you to do is get a lightish color leaf and glue that on. So you're going to glue the belly. Next thing you're going to do is take a leaf. I use light green, and I want here and here is the same leaf. So I cut just a tiny bit to make a neck, and I glued that on. Then I took it down here, and I'm not gluing this one on yet. Because why? Because the feathers are underneath this leaf, so we want that point. Okay? All right, so we're going to do the feathers next, these feathers. And again, you're going to have a pattern. And when you get these glued on, then you can glue on this light green leaf, okay? There's another part you need to be aware of that has something underneath that back feather, the big feather right here, the dark green one. These leaves. So again, I cut these leaves and I just made feathers, and you can glue those on. And I think I used almost that same light green color. Then after I put these feathers on, I glued them on, I then put on the back. And I used a darker green for that. All right. So right now we have all of this done, and we're going to do the head next. I picked out the same color for the head as the breast, and I glued that on. Now I cut out a circle, and you can't see it very well, but I did use that dark red color for the eyeball. First I used a light green color for the eye itself, and then I took a little bit of that dark red color leaf and I put it in the eye, but you can't see it. So anyway, you can do what you want with the eye, but I thought that color would be good. And then you're going to put on the beak, and again that dark beak is the same as that color. All right, I know it doesn't look like it. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to make the feet. Right here, again, the dark red color I used. You can use yellow, you can use whatever colors you want. These are the ones I picked out. So glue that on. Now find your stem, and the stem goes right here. Okay? And you're going to glue on 3 leaves. The hard part with the stem is it likes to move, so you want to get that a little bit set up. In other words, it should be pretty well dry, I would say, and then put your leaves on. And that's it. And that's a parrot out of leaves. Isn't this fun? Thank you, and see you next time.